checking in with you throughout the rest of this half hour. Talks are expected to continue this morning on the peace plan to end the war in Gaza.
Yeah, the crucial talks come as we mark 2 years since the most recent fighting began. On October 7th, which is a major Jewish holiday, Hamas launched a surprise attack, firing rockets into Israel and storming the border, including a major music festival site. Overall, more than 1,200 Israelis were killed and over 200 taken hostage. Hamas, which has controlled Gaza since 2007, claims the assault was over the blockade of Gaza and Palestinian prisoners. Israel responded with airstrikes and a full blockade. Gaza officials say the Palestinian death toll is over 67,000. Several ceasefire and peace efforts have been tried, but all have failed.
So let's get you caught up on where things stand today with this U.S. drafted peace plan that appears to be moving forward. First of all, it calls for an immediate ceasefire to stop all fighting, including a partial Israeli troop withdrawal. Second, Hamas would release the remaining 48 hostages within 72 hours, while Israel frees hundreds of Palestinian prisoners in exchange. And then third, Hamas would disarm and step back from power, with an international security force stepping in to keep order and to help rebuild Gaza. All of this war may feel very far away from us here in Houston, but for the Jewish and the Palestinian families here in our city, this is pain and uncertainty that is deeply personal.
Yeah, and as leaders debate what comes next, experts say real peace starts with understanding the full history and the humanity of both sides.
American interest lays on stability of the Middle East, peaceful relationship and prosperity of people. Palestinian territories have been under Israeli occupation since 1967. And they have lived under martial laws. Their mobility was restricted. Their access to their own sources was restricted. It's a military occupation since 1967. And this is important because people talk about Hamas. Hamas was established in 1987, 20 years after the occupation. So we always miss that timeline that shows that things didn't start on October 7th. If we look at the right of Palestinians and Israelis to live in peace and just equally, and both are human beings, both have the same rights to have opportunity to live with prosperity, I think that would solve so many things.
UH professor Hannah Hamad says the current peace plan risks sidelining Palestinians by putting Gaza under international control. And she believes lasting peace requires pressure on all sides, not just one, for a fair, sustainable resolution. Now, Houston's Jewish community is still grappling with pain, fear, and a growing wave of anti-Semitism.
Yeah, the head of the Jewish Federation of Greater Houston says that many are trying to balance all that anxiety with faith and hope.
The rise of Jew hatred is something we did not expect to see in our lifetime to the levels that it has gotten to. And so it has become a source of anxiety that our community is living with on a daily basis. And at the same time, we are working really hard to ensure that that fear is not what dictates our life and our participation in the Jewish community. We are a faith and a community that believes in the dignity of all human life, that we are all made in the image and likeness of God. We believe in pursuing peace with our neighbors. We all would like to see this war end and end in a way that Israelis can live in security and that Gazans can be free of the tyrannical rule of Hamas. And so I want her to...
Now, she says the Jewish Federation of Houston is supporting those affected, raising millions for nonprofits on the front lines, helping displaced families, and providing grief counseling. Meantime, Houston's Palestinian and Muslim communities say they have faced immense grief and they feel overlooked by elected officials.
Yeah, representatives from CARE Houston tell us that despite the pain, they're resilient, leaning on unity and renewed advocacy.
From the perspective of CARE, I see that religion is being used as a tool to confuse people, to divide people. Both religions hold life to be sacred. And so this is an issue that has to do with geopolitics. Our work is really about talking to elected officials about diverting funding away from the military-industrial complex and into the needs of the American people.
There's people who are living that reality every single day. They don't have an on-off switch. They can't just shut off their phone or delete Instagram because they don't want to see something gruesome and scary. It's happening in front of their eyes. So just recognizing that we have this privilege and how we can use it to help support people who don't have that privilege is something that's really important to me.
The group says the last 2 years have been a test of faith and solidarity, but also a call to action, reminding Houston that supporting Palestinians is about humanity, not religion.